Ooh.
We're gonna die. You know
Wow.
we're gonna go fight like your brother or some shit, right?
Well, have you seen my title?
What is it?
Hip Gambas with life.
Oh my god.
Don't forget, I got a new one.
Fuck.
Oh my god, that's
I
I forgot
right.
about the new one.
Oh no.
We're in danger.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
This will be fine. This will be great.
Right. Now I'm sus.
Everybody roll
Okay.
initiative.
Well,
I just want to see what I rolled.
you got an 18.
What's that looking like?
That was a misclick.
Hmm.
Ignore that. How'd I roll higher with the... Never mind.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That modifier go crazy.
Some chump
Okay,
shit, what you just
well,
did.
welcome back. It's episode 7 we're on now. So,
Yeah.
okay. All right. So, quick recap before we get into things. God, where are we? So, the party's got some infernal marks on the base of their necks. They took a trip to Balinor, the flying city of Ayun, to try and find the murderer of Otto Bramblemouse and discover the origins of this mark on the nape of their necks. A series of unfortunate events and encounters with cultists of Asmodeus called the Chains of Nessus led to a lot of dead individuals outside the library, but the party were inside, where they ran into floorkeeper Casimir, a librarian here in Balinor, who turned out to be a Cambion who was in possession of the stolen map, could see the mark on the base of your necks, and then fought you and stole a book from Balinor before teleporting out. You then spent a short time. You dispatched of some cultists. You called Belgror Cascand, your friendly wizard from the Daedalian Archive, to come to Balinor. And he arrived. He has taken you. You also went to your guard friend, your Talon friend's Frederick's mother's house. Had an interesting night there, where in the evening, 2 party members were, I guess, ridden with nightmares before awaking, changed towards a more infernal nature, with Pip waking up losing all of his hair and having small bony spikes coming out of his head instead, and Zaxxon having a pair of non-functional but leathery wings coming out of his back. And then after a small exchange with Belgror and Frederick, you headed off to a Daedalian safe house here in Balinor, where you ran into the kind of safe house keeper, a angel of some type, with green skin, bald head, white wings, by the name of did you get his name? I think you got it
with a C.
It wasn't with a C, so maybe you didn't get his name. But he offered. It began with a D, but if you can't remember, you can't remember. And he offered you some scrambled eggs, but you didn't want it. And then you went into
For that. I don't remember that.
You went into a small chamber where Belgror used some strange elemental magical blood to scry on Casimir, which is where you discovered Casimir was in the process of, he was stood in front of a very large, like 200 feet high stone gate, somewhere in the Horn Peak Mountains in Thrain. But you realized through the scry that the magic wasn't working, or he didn't have enough magic, and you heard him talking to somebody about contacting the Whispers. And after a small conversation where Enna revealed some information about her brother being kidnapped by these Whispers, and a conversation with Belgor revealed that these Whispers were held up at a castle now commonly known as Dreadstone within Thrain. And that is where we left off, as you saw the vision of Casimir stood in front of this rather large
Dark
infernal
portal.
stone gate.
Sorry, my WoW nerd was poking through.
And yeah, that's where we left off. Although we did have a short little fast forward to where Pip spoke to Belgro and got his wand identified.
Hooray!
So that did happen. But that is where you left off, as you have now kind of re-entered the safe house out of the chamber. Kind of sinking in this new information and making your plans on how you plan to deal with this and Enna's brother and such. Kind of Belgor sits you down at a kind of large dining table in like a small kitchen they look to have here, and kind of just offers you some drinks and stuff. But you're all kind of sat around a table with a moment to rest after a kind of a difficult day. And so, what would you like to do?
Just want y'all to know that 18 roll would have meant that Pip grew a long beard made of feathers that remain until you sneeze, at which point the feathers explode out of your face.
Oh my god.
So, like, we're gambling with life.
Oh, this is gonna be a good time. All right.
So where do we go? What do we do?
I thought we had decided on the Whispers.
Yeah, Dreadstone, but how do we get there?
Suppose we could visit the Owlery again, but
I love them.
That's what I was thinking. Plus, I feel like maybe they would be inclined to help us, given that we helped the babies.
I rode one.
that
Never mind. Just
that or we speak to Balagro. He got here somehow. I'm sure he may know a way.
didn't we tell him to come here?
Yes.
We should probably talk to him a little bit. It's like, hey, what's new?
Balagro knows what's been happening, Gabriel.
I'll just go fuck myself. And he like
Yeah.
walks away and just he just like going just with his coffee that he's not drinking.
Yeah, we've already filled him, or I at least filled him in on everything. So, isn't he sat with us?
Belgro's kind of he kind of sat you down, gave you some drinks and stuff, and then he's left the room. He's just in the next chamber. You hear like
Okay.
him and the angel individual conversating.
Okay.
Is it Doug?
Yes, it is Doug.
I fuck. Okay, all right. All right, that makes more sense now.
We
Hey!
agreed to go like
Nice.
like when we actually like ended and you're like, yo, what are we doing? We decided to oh god, I
The
honestly
Whispers.
We're gonna go
Okay,
to
okay,
Dreadstone.
I
Yeah.
just want to make sure because my brain was like zzz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we're gonna try and intercept him picking up the quote unquote batteries.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and possibly saving
Gotcha.
Enna's brother.
I just didn't want to
So now we just need to figure out how to get there. Maybe there's a way, if we leave Balinor, to find some way to teleport closer, or how far away is this place? Does somebody want to call in our wizard friend?
Huh? What?
Go get Balgura, Pip.
I can't hear you all the way down here. What was that?
I'm gonna
We're all
pick him
stood
up
at a table.
and
What do
then
you mean?
It's just
Yeah,
a mustache
Yeah,
talking.
we're stood at a table. Chuck and Pip are like underneath the fucking table. They're like 2'7".
I'm gonna pick Pip up, set him on the table.
I like to imagine Chuck's forehead is like making contact with the head of the table.
We just see the top of his bald
You
head.
can see at the top of a purple fucking head and a bald
It's just
line.
a wrinkle.
I'm gonna pick him up, set him on the table, just go get Balgura, Pip, and then pick him back up and set him back down on the floor.
Pip does as instructed.
Oh my fucking god.
Okay, you go in and you start to hear the conversation. Well, do they want some scrambled eggs now or not, Belgor? And then you kind of like, Belgor sees you come in and says, is everything all right, Jack? Shut up, though.
Well,
You're not
write that
Pip?
down. Write that down.
They want to talk to you. I don't know what they want to say, but they want to talk to you.
All right, I'm coming in. He kind of follows you in. And he takes a seat, starts taking a few swigs out of his little flask. All right, so what's how can I help?
I think we've decided on heading to Dreadstone. See about these whispers. Any ideas on how to?
Get there. How far away is it?
He kind of pulls out his kind of big, what looks like just like a clock with a map on it, to see where Balinor is right now. Not too far away. I mean, I'll be honest, I've never really been to Thrain much. Not seen much reason to. I mean, we've done some of the other members have done a few excursions here, but so I can't get you there magically. But I mean, you've all got whistles now, so you could probably just fly down.
That's what we were considering. Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't take you too long. Maybe where we are right now, Dreadstone's about I don't really know how fast the hours go, but you probably get there within a day or so.
Okay.
Are we prepared to travel? Do we have everything we need? Would we survive? I mean, a day's a day, but we don't know what we're going to be looking at.
Everyone has their equipment. We're all well rested enough and fed, thanks to Frederick. I would imagine we'd be fine.
I guess Gabriel would look across the table from where he's standing. Just go, is there anything that is not being told that we should prepare for? Do they have these whispers or whatever of the sorts?
I just want y'all to know that while y'all are conversing, Pip has his new wand in hand, and he's waving it around
No.
as if
No.
he's like the conductor of an orchestra.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's personal, man.
Oh
I was gonna say the wrong thing, and the end of the wand's gonna start lighting up.
God.
Fireball.
Pip, please be careful with that.
What do you mean? I am careful.
You
Is
forget
there
you were
anything we need to
literally the
prepare for?
sun not too long ago, right?
Do we have like a? What is this whispers? Should we prepare for something that is unexpected that we don't know that you do? And I'm just trying to make us equipped.
Gabriel, we're not listening at all.
No,
Yeah, he definitely wasn't.
I was watching Pip.
No, before.
About the owls.
No.
I have an owl friend.
Before. Before.
The
Last
whispers.
session.
Yes, I was absolutely listening.
You bozo.
He's lying.
You're an actual fucking bozo. Okay.
Just let me play my character, man. Jesus.
The whispers.
Jesus Christ.
The whispers,
They suck.
In a sense, yeah.
Yeah,
they,
that's what I got. Yeah.
they use people as like sort of batteries.
Mhm.
Just
Magical
Magical
batteries.
So they suck all the soul out of them, and then they're just like husks of people, you know,
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
from suck to husk, you know. Okay, so when we leaving?
Well, it sounds like I have a trip to the owlery. I can have a conversation with our feathered friends and see which of them are willing to take us.
Okay, so what's the whistle for?
Well, I mean, why use the whistle if we can just ask?
Ooh, good point.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, I
Alright.
feel like this is fairly dangerous, and, you know, I would rather them go willingly instead of being forced.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure you
Balgor,
tell them that they're gonna keep draining all of their little baby owls for blood if it doesn't stop.
I don't think a threat would be necessary.
Balgor does reach into his pouch. I won't be coming with you. Respectfully. Like I said, my adventuring is not for me. And I won't lie, the whispers scare the shit out of me. So I think this is best left to all of you. But and he kind of reaches into one of his inside pockets and his little dwarven hand like reaches all the way down, and he pulls out two like rather large healing potions, and kind of puts them on the table and slides those over. That's all I've got. And then he kind of reaches into another pocket, and he does pull out another potion that looks to kind of have this like orangey hue, almost looks like a honey type liquid that's kind of been mixed with a bit of like water or something. It's all kind of like swirling around, and he kind of puts that on the table too.
Would you say it looks like the color of beer?
Kind of. I mean, that's kind of what.
What's
Don't
that?
drink it,
See?
Chuck.
I'd like to imagine Chuck
Chuck.
is reaching far for this fucking potion.
It's not beer. Don't drink it.
It's just his hands over
It's just
the
his,
table
it's
with
just
his
the
head.
hand. One hand just fucking boom.
Would this look identical to the potion of fire breath that Pip has?
No, it looks a bit different.
Okay.
Although it definitely looks like a potion of some kind, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Save it for the fight, Chuck.
We're gonna give
this-
the potion to Chuck.
We were given drinks. Relax, bud.
This one, well, it's like some people call it liquid courage. But yeah, drink that if you need a bit of a boost.
Yeah, definitely save it for the fight.
I think it's for you, respectfully. It's gonna be if where we're headed is, you might say something that you might not like.
I appreciate that. However, I have
If you're
seen,
confident, yes.
I've seen my brother every single night in my dreams, so I know exactly what I'm walking into.
Okay.
Fuck it. Well, I'm just gonna grab it and put it in a bag. And then I'm
Okay.
gonna sort of
Yeah, wait.
slide the other the larger healing potions sort of down the table towards Pip and Chuck.
Is there any other, I guess, is there anything that you can tell us, dear archivist friend, about the whispers to help give us an edge?
I'll be honest, most we've heard is third-hand stories because most of my people, magically inclined anyway, that hear about them, well, you don't hear about that person anymore because, yeah. So, I'll be honest, no, not much. Just if you start hearing whispers, be ready.
Run.
Well, we should probably get moving. Casimir has sent his lackey or whatever right hand that was on his way there now. I don't know how quickly they'd be able to get to Dreadstone, but we ought to start moving.
Agreed.
Right. I'll head to the owlry and see if I can procure our transportation.
I will go along, just to make sure safety is there.
Well, fuck it, we should all go.
Okay.
We need to be moving one way or another.
Okay.
Belger does come around to you, Pip, as you're kind of waving that thing around. He's kind of like, he kind of pushes it down so it's facing the floor. One safety is very important. Did they not teach you that? Listen,
Thank you. Thank
listen,
you for that.
Pip.
God.
If you, we ain't got a lot of time, but if you, I can maybe. Do you want anything before, visit the wizard before you go to this place? Because it's gonna be dangerous.
Well, I wouldn't turn down anything. What you got for me?
I ain't got much. Most of this stuff belongs to the archive. I mean, he kind of flicks his wrist slightly, and a large spell book appears in his hand. I've probably got time to write down, copy down, like one spell if you want to.
All right.
So,
Wait, so is there like a list of things in this book that I can copy down, or is this like
he
I can pick whatever?
he's like I'm not gonna let you look through it. Just tell me kind of the thing you need, and I'll see if I've got something.
Heard Wish is pretty cool. Shame.
Okay, so here's the tricky part. I haven't really looked at anything beyond what I currently have because I didn't think I'd be getting it.
Well, what would you recommend?
God, that's a good question. Well, do you want something for where you're going, or do you want something in general that's useful?
For where we're going.
Right. Something for where you're going. I ain't got a lot of time, so it ain't gonna be a powerful thing. But something for where you're going. Okay. You can. Let's have a look. I've got. Okay. I've got the spell that he kind of pulls out like a piece of silver wire with it. You can walk around a space, put this around it. This one is nice and easy to cast. You can just read it straight from your book. But this one, if anyone crosses this line, and he kind of holds up the wire, that you haven't already said that can, he'll let you know in your mind. That might come in useful. Also, I've got he kind of takes his hand and like whips there's like a book on a shelf that just doesn't look very useful, and he kind of flicks his hand and like it just flies across the room. Maybe that might come in useful, I don't know. And then you also had issues with that wand, and he kind of pulls out a pearl. If you were to find anything out there that might be useful or magical in nature, instead of you having to come to me, I could teach you, how to figure that stuff out, and identify it.
Well, there's so many options.
So the spells offered to you are identify, catapult, or alarm.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with alarm.
Okay. All right.
What the fuck was that, Bam?
No, I was just agreeing. I was just like, okay, cool.
For him,
It sounded like a like
Not identify. It's crazy.
for him, it's really fast for him. It takes him. This is his specialization in magic. So he copies out a spell scroll, nice and quick for you. And he even gives you the 50 gold pieces worth of like magical ink and paper so that you can copy this in whenever you next have time. But yeah, whenever you have a scroll of alarm that he's copied from his book. Actually, no, let's fuck the copy. You two kind of spend the time together, and this just goes straight into your spell book. It takes him like no time at all. He's quick at this stuff. So you now have the spell alarm in your spell book. I will add that for you. But the rest of you, as you eventually kind of wait for Pip and he catches up.
Pip, was it you that got the ink last time from Balinor?
yeah.
Mhm.
Do we have reserves of it?
Yes.
Or was it like a one go?
No, there was. I got as many
Okay.
as I could.
I did. Okay, cool. I didn't know if we need to get that for you. That was just me thinking.
I put it in my inventory if I recall correctly. Let me see.
Just so if like we do find something on the road, like you'll be able to do that.
Okay, alarm is now in your book.
Sick.
All right. So
It's a good
the rest
choice.
of
I
the
like
rest of
that.
you are heading out. So you said you headed to the Allery.
Yes.
Sock, I had Chuck grab one of the potions that was on the table. How would I add
Okay.
that in my inventory? Is there?
I'll
would
do
you
it
add
for
that,
you.
Okay.
So I would add. So Zaxton, you grab the colorful one, right?
Yeah, and then I gave
yeah.
Pip and Chuck the potions or the greater potions of healings, whatever they were.
Okay. So that one's in your inventory, and then Chuck got one, and then Pip got the other. Okay.
You're pressing the wrong thing. When I had gotten the magical ink and paper, if I recall correctly, I got, was it 3 of them?
I can't remember. You should have written it down.
It's only showing 1 in my inventory, and I'm like 90% certain it was 3.
Let me have a look. Where is it?
Well, I had to, I guess, like make like a custom thing.
Yeah.
I just labeled it magical ink and paper.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever set the quantity properly. I remember you mentioning something about weight or its value. Oh wait, maybe its value. You had mentioned something about setting its value to something. I don't know how to check that.
Oh yeah, I think you did it already. Yeah. So the value is 100 gold pieces, and I think you used 50 gold pieces already to add us.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because you did Misty Step.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So you now just add 50 gold pieces to that. So you've got 150 gold pieces of magical ink. No, yeah, he gives you the paper anyway. So you've got 150 gold pieces. So just edit the value of it.
Okay, that works.
All right, sorted. So the rest of you head out through the city. And yeah, you head to the Allery. All right. So it's a busy day. You head through. There's lots of people pushing through, lots of scholars. There's still a bit of hesitation in the air, but things seem to be getting a little bit more back to normal. You smell like the smell of a bakery through this little residential district. But eventually you make your way to the Allery. The smell gets a bit more, musty and barn-like as you approach. There still seems to be some guards clearing up here, but you've arrived. Yeah, what are you doing?
All right, I'm gonna cast my Speak with Animals, which is
Okay.
a ritual, and then I'm gonna go talk to the owls.
All right. You head inside. There, you see a lot of them kind of have their head poking out at all the guards down below that are kind of cleaning up the mess that it was caused. There's some people down there like inspecting the teleportation circle and stuff like that. But you can head up the steps and talk to the owls. So.
Alrighty. Let's see. Can I see our little green friend that fought with us?
Not right now. You can't. No, you can't see the little green one now.
All right, so I guess I'm just going to approach the nearest one, and just say hello. Gosh, speaking to animals. Okay, and I'm just going to bow my head a little, and we're in need of a ride, and although we have whistles, I'd like to ask if any of you would be willing to take us where we need to go. It's not too far from here, but it could be dangerous, which is why I want to ask.
You see, like one of the like an owl above you, kind of sticks its head out. This like smaller, like scrawny looking, almost looks like a teenager. Kind of sticks its head out. Is like, well, what kind of dangerous we talking, love?
the kind of danger a group of pale elves that like to kidnap people and drain them of all their magical energy kind of danger. Smile.
Sounds like a grand folk problem, and he kind of just pulls back into the hole, and then like another one of the owls comes out, like a snowy white one, kind of peeks its head out. We've never had someone. Well, I've never had someone ask to ride me before.
We don't even have to get very close to the danger. You know, you could drop us off away from it. We can walk the rest of the way, but we just want to cover the majority of the ground.
Food. I want food. If I'm going to do it, I want food.
Food?
Meat.
Do
They only
not
feed
you?
us seeds and, well, you know, boring food. I want meat.
Oh. Okay. I'm sure we could get some food for you. Meat.
Rightio. Well, let's do it. Where are we off to? And then kind of this big snowy owl just comes out and he kind of shouts out, "Come on, lads, we're going off for some meat." And then like a couple of these little kind of scraggy looking owls kind of come out, and she's like, you've got like a group of like misfit kind of owls that have come out. Like some of them got their feathers missing, some look a bit beat up. One of them definitely looks like super serious with like an eye, like a scar over one of its eyes, and just looks like fucking beefy as
Metal
shit.
as fuck. Nice. Okay.
Comes out of the darkness and it's just like, okay. And then like they all just kind of like jump off and fly down to the bottom.
Oh, it's
And
so
you-
funny. We got the veteran club.
Yes, I love this. Okay.
I'm getting the eye missing one.
I've got the snowy owl.
All right.
Oh.
How many, are these one-person owls?
You could probably get like, it depends on the weight of the person, really. But like,
Okay.
probably unlike Zaxxon's, because he's such a big dude. If you try and put two people on that owl's gonna struggle.
Okay.
But like
Yeah.
Pip and Chuck can probably both sit on the same owl.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna force that, Laura. That's funny. I like them running together. I don't know.
All right. So yeah, like we'll say 4 owls come down. Yeah, you kind of hop on all together. And the guards look a bit confused, but you've all got whistles, so they're not too concerned. And yeah, the kind of owl that you're on, and it's like, all right, well, where are we going?
Oh wait, did we? Belgor told us where it was, right?
Yeah,
It
he
was the
pointed.
old
Yeah, he
yeah. Okay.
he told you what direction and stuff to
Thank
go.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember it was the old fortress. I can't remember the previous name before it was Dreadstone, but
I have it written down somewhere, I think.
I want to say it started with an R
Nope, not quite.
or an A.
Fort Everhart.
Oh
Okay.
yes, Everhart, beautiful place, beautiful place. All right then, well, let's go. And like no warning, just fucking takes off, and this whole group, like you guys just fucking fly out like top speed, like through the building. Like you have to duck down as these guys, like they're very good at what they do. Like they might look old, but they're pretty fucking they're good flyers. And you manage to fly out of the kind of the aviary kind of cage outside that's got like an opening at the top, and you head out of Balinor and you begin flying through the clouds. And it's a bit of a journey. It's a bit of a journey at first. So you're in the, you've just woke up, like it's morning time. You went to the safe house, so it's still early morning, like it's like 10 a.m. So you're getting like the nice sun rays coming through the clouds. It's a nice trip, but you're still up in the sky for like, you know, a few hours at least.
Wow, so pretty.
And come like not mid-afternoon, probably early afternoon, after a few hours of travel, the snowy owl begins to dive through the clouds as you come through down, and you kind of you're in like a very forested region. Like you can see some towns and villages off into the distance, but you eventually kind of come down. And as you get closer, you start to see the best way I can describe it is if you were looking, because you're so high up, you could almost picture this area like as like a colorful map, and it looks like someone has spilled ink, like black ink over an area of the forest, like a few miles ahead, as you just see like an area of just like black and gray forest and dead trees start to appear like in the distance, and the owls kind of get closer, and you can start to see like in more detail just the complete grayscale landscape of this region. And Anna, you start to feel, because I think your animal handling is pretty good, and you start to hear like the old man like nervous grumble of this owl as it's flying. Oh, I don't know what's wrong here. And you feel some hesitation as the birds begin to slow slightly, as you kind of still come drifting down. And then you, closer now, you can see off in the distance a black castle, far off in the distance. This stone, like blackened, almost like it was burnt, but completely throughout. Whatever color and life sapped from it, it just looks like a black fort just sat there off in the horizon. Like it's mid-afternoon. This whole place is just covered in shadow, and before it, kind of between you and it, you see what looks to be a small hamlet, like a village, in a clearing in the forest, surrounded by, you know, these dead and dying trees, with smoke coming out of chimneys. Seems to be a lived-in village here within these dark lands. But as the owls begin to get close, they begin to descend before the trees begin to change color. And the owl that you're on, Anna, well, actually, at this point, I think Speak with Animals has probably been expended, but you feel that hesitation in your grasp on the saddle, and they all kind of bring you down and land you kind of on the edge, like in the clearing in the forest, next to a road, like a dirt road that seems to head in the direction of the hamlet and what you imagine is Dreadstone.
Okay. And I'm going to bow my head to them. Oh, we didn't get the meat. Can I feed them meat from our rations?
I was gonna say, I was gonna pull out some jerky from the rations that I have, and
Yeah, I'd assist with that as well.
You chuck them the jerky, Make a persuasion check.
Oh God.
God.
Everybody or just people throwing food?
Just people throwing food.
Okay.
No, come on.
Hey, wait, listen, it's okay.
It literally teetered on the 19 and then rolled to the 1. That was fucking dirty.
That's how it gets you.
That's actually disgusting.
Overall, decent, but the snowy one looks at you, and as you throw the jerky at it, it just picks it up in its beak, then just drops it on the ground, and just like you just get a scowl from this bird, and you might not be able to speak its language right now, but it is not happy, and it kind of calls out to the others, and once everybody's off, they pick up and take off.
Well, there goes our ride.
Well, we're definitely gonna have to bring back meat to Bellinor if we survive this.
So you are here within this quite dark forest.
How long was this travel?
It was a few hours. It's kind of like early afternoon, probably like 1 p.m. Just past noon. So yeah.
I have a question, Socks.
Yep.
Is this like? I don't think it's. I want to. Is this like giving Barovia? The way you're describing it,
like the
Curse
vibe,
of Strahd kind of vibe, yeah.
the vibe for sure. It's very
Okay.
grim. It's very dark.
There's something critically wrong.
I mean, yeah, you all
It's
have
just
like
dead.
a
Yeah,
feeling in
okay.
your stomach. And like now that you're down here, let me boop, boop.
That's just the way I'm feeling it. I'm like, oh
lovely.
god, this place is like dead in the water, you know?
These dead and black trees kind
shit.
of cover over the road, and even though it's daytime, like looking into this forest from the outside,
Poor Druid heart.
it's
Oh.
dark. It's dark, but there is light that still peers through. It's still daytime, but like going into here is dark, and you're kind of in an area of the forest that's cleared a little bit, and there's just a mixture of like dead and dying trees. Some of them like you think they're like just normal trees that are alive, but like the color of the leaves and the bark is just completely like removed.
Oh god. Oh. Fuck.
My poor Druid heart.
I'm so sorry, Anna. You have to just be in your nightmare.
You do see ahead of you on this road, I'd say Enna and Zaxxon, because highest passive perceptions. You do spot what looks to be like a pair of overgrown statues, like on either side of the road, just at the entrance to this.
What do you mean you see overgrown statues?
Hmm.
I don't see them. I'm so sorry.
No. I'm saying, like, in character, you see a pair of overgrown statues, just on the edge of this forest, like either side of the road.
Well, I suppose we should start in while there's still daylight.
I'm guessing this is like the marker to the fortress.
Potentially. We might as well get looking around. I'm gonna start walking down the trail, but sort of just like on the edge of the tree line, just in case we like need to duck into it.
I'm gonna
Okay.
try and clear away the statue base and see if there's any kind of inscription or direction.
Okay. You come up to the statues, and they're just at the edge of this forest, inspecting the statues. They look to be one of them looks to be a one of them looks to be older. You're not sure how old. You'd have to roll a check if you wanted to actually tell, but they're definitely overgrown. There's vines kind of crawling up them that have died and then crawled up them again and died. So there's like all these marks all over them. On the one on the left is what looks to be this female warrior in like plate armor, holding a sword, kind of like one hand over the other, and like it's pointed down towards the ground, like resting on it. But she has this, it's a lion-like head, with like this massive mane, stone mane of hair. And she looks very regal. It's a very well crafted statue. And on the base of the statue, there is an inscription that's written in common. It's on a small, like metal, like bronze plate that's been attached here to the base of the statue. That says, "Welcome to the kingdom of Thrain," and it's full stop. "A reminder to those who turned us away: you may not be welcome."
Would Chuck know anything about this from his history?
You can roll a history check.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just about to ask that. I don't know if we're like, we're with them, right?
Mhm.
I imagine so.
Yeah,
Filling it
we're all
out.
together. Mhm.
Okay. I'll roll if that's okay.
Yeah. Everyone wants to roll. If you will see this plaque.
Ooh, Zach's
The wall helped
Okay.
you.
Anna with the 19. Let's go.
So I'd say Anna and Zaxxon. No, I'd say so. All three of you, apart from Gabriel. Thrain is a kingdom of. It was a kingdom. It's quite normal in that sense. Your typical kingdom, but it's primarily made up from. I guess out of character, I would say the more monstrous races, not your typical elves and dwarves and humans. It's often like the statue, your Leonin or your Tabaxi or your lizard folk, the ones that would be outcast. And I'd say Zaxxon and Enna, you don't know exactly the origin of this, but you would know upon reading this and kind of being reminded. Thrain's folk, which are, the people of Thrain, aren't always too welcoming to your more typical. They're not always welcome to visitors, especially those that aren't like them.
Mhm.
The other
How would you?
statue. Oh, go on.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Chuck.
how do you spell what's on this plaque? I'm sorry, I'm just making
Thrain.
notes.
Yeah,
Is
I'll
it
do it.
Thrane?
that's this. Thrain.
Oh.
Where's Pip right now?
I know he's
Uh,
awfully quiet.
And what was on the statue again, if you don't mind me asking? I'm sorry.
Welcome to the kingdom of Thrain. Oh god, I can't remember exactly what I said, but it essentially says, to those who, a reminder to those who turned us away: you may not be welcome.
In the meantime, since
Okay.
Pimp seems kind of taken in the environment, I'm gonna throw him on my shoulders. Just carry him around.
This works.
Oh, there he is. Oh. How you doing, Pip?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Hey, between you and me, do you know how to detect magic?
Yeah.
Do you have it in your spell book?
Yeah.
I don't want you to